You've won the lottery, congratulations. Now you're screwed. No, really, you are. You're screwed. I know. This is supposed to be the best day of your life. Your numbers came up. You're already picturing the Aston Martin, the holiday villa in Spain, the quit my job speech you'll casually rehearse in the shower. And yes, in one way you've made it. But in another, you've just stepped into a world where the odds of bankruptcy, betrayal, divorce, and even violent crime just went through the roof. I'm not saying this to kill your buzz. I'm saying it because the people who survive this are the ones who get serious right now. Here's what most people don't realize. In the UK, you get your winnings as a single lump sum. Tax-free, yes, until you invest it, earn interest, or buy assets that generate income. Then HMRC will be wanting their share like clockwork. And no, you don't have to go public. Around 85% of big winners choose to stay anonymous. And given what happens to a lot of public winners, you might want to. Let me introduce you to a few cautionary tales. Michael Carroll, the so-called king of chavs. In 2002, he was a 19-year-old binman in Norfolk when he won £9.7 million. Within a decade, it was gone. He spent big on cars, drugs, partying, and legal fees. By 2010, he was back working, broke, and admitted openly that winning was the worst thing that had ever happened to him. Then there's Callie, Britain's youngest ever lottery winner, just 16 years old when she scooped £1.87 million in 2003. It sounds like a fairy tale. Instead, it became a nightmare. Plastic surgery, luxury splurges, wild parties. By her mid-20s, the money was gone. She was working low-paid jobs and campaigning to raise the minimum age for lottery tickets. Even huge wins aren't safe. Adrian and Gillian Bayford won £148 million in 2012. 15 months later, they were divorced. The fortune turned into a tabloid soap opera. Property disputes, public fallouts, and years of media intrusion. And this isn't just a British thing. Jack Whittaker, U.S. winner of $315 million, ended up broke, targeted by criminals, and saw multiple family tragedies. Billy Bob Harrell Jr., U.S. winner of $31 million, was driven to suicide within 2 years by relentless demands for money. Jeffrey Dampier, U.S. winner of $20 million, was kidnapped and murdered by his own sister-in-law. This is the lottery curse people talk about. And while it's not magic, it is real. The moment you get this kind of money, you become a magnet for trouble. Right now, your brain is screaming at you to tell someone, don't. Not your mom, not your best mate, not even the dog. The longer you can keep this under wraps, the longer you get to be just you. What you do need to do first is lock down the ticket. Sign it, photograph it, and stick it somewhere boring and fireproof. If it's digital, secure your account with every authentication option you can find. Then, call a solicitor, not your high street family friend who did your will, a proper trust and estates partner from a big national firm, someone who has never met you, your friends, or your family. Their job? Build legal walls around you before the world finds out. In the UK, you can claim anonymously. If you do, you avoid the press conference, the tabloids, and most of the begging letters. If you don't, be ready for attention you can't switch off. If you keep it secret, you'll need a cover story for your nicer house, your better car, your sudden availability for long holidays. Some classics. I've started doing private consulting. Boring work, but it pays well. I sold a minority stake in something I built years ago. Or perhaps we had a family inheritance. I'd rather not get into the details. It doesn't need to be detailed. It just needs to be plausible enough to kill the conversation. Next, you need 3 people. A solicitor for trusts, estates, and contracts. A chartered tax advisor who knows UK tax law inside out. And an independent financial advisor. You must check them on the Financial Services Register before you trust a word they say. If you want to go full Fort Knox, add a security consultant to review your home, devices, and travel plans. And maybe even a therapist. Sudden wealth can be a serious mental shock. This is where you lock down your personal admin. New private bank accounts with transaction alerts. Protective registration with CIFAS so no one can open credit in your name. Property alerts from HM Land Registry to flag suspicious changes. Remove yourself from the open electoral register. Sign up for the telephone and mail preference services. It sounds boring, it's actually armor. Before you buy anything, take at least 20 to 30% of your winnings and stick it into boring, safe places. UK gilts, NS&I accounts, premium bonds, cash reserves. This is the money that makes sure that even if you go completely off the rails with the rest of it, you'll never be broke. Here's where almost everyone trips up. You feel like you owe people. You want to say yes when friends and family ask for money. You want to see the look on their faces when you hand over the check. Don't. The moment you start handing out cash, you've created a monster. And the day you stop feeding it, that monster turns on you. Decide now, before you tell a soul, how much you're willing to give away to family and friends. Keep it to 20% of your after-tax winnings or less. Tell your solicitor the figure. Lock it in, never change it. And whatever you do, do not consult the family when deciding that number. If Aunt Flo finds out she was asked for her opinion and Uncle Jim wasn't, you've just created a feud that will outlive you. Worse, that kind of uneven involvement can actually be used in court, yes, really, to claim undue influence and try to claw more money out of you. People have won cases like that. And here's the golden rule. Never give anyone cash. Not for a car, not for a house, not for just a little bridge loan until payday. Instead, set up trusts. They can help with education, part of a first home purchase, medical expenses. Controlled, specific, and protected from impulse. That way, you're still generous, incredibly generous, without becoming a 24/7 bank machine. If you hand over cash, you'll be the hero for about 5 minutes. The moment you say no to the next request, you're the villain. And trust me, you do not want to be the villain in a family that knows you have millions in the bank. Upgrade slowly, buy smart. A sudden mansion and 3 supercars, that's like waving a giant flag over your head that says, "Ask me for money." If anyone approaches you with an unmissable investment opportunity, especially someone you know, run. Stick to low-cost, diversified index funds. They don't make for exciting dinner party conversation, but they'll quietly make you richer without exposing you to the kind of scams that love lottery winners. If you do tell your family, be prepared. Have your solicitor in the room. Have rules in place before you open your mouth. And be ready for relationships to change, because they will. If you don't tell them, stick to your cover story, be vague about your income, and never let your security slip. In the end, the money isn't the win. The win is still being yourself 5 years later. So do nothing fast, build your wall, be generous once and well, invest boring, guard your peace like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Hey guys, Quotidian here. If you like this video, then please consider liking and subscribing, as it really does help our channel to grow and continue to bring you interesting videos about the everyday like this one.